Okay, I'm here to talk to you about problem number 51 from lesson 9.2. So as I look at this question, and it just says to figure out convergence or divergence, I think through my list of 3 different available options. Nth term test? Maybe, I'm not sure. Geometric? Also maybe, not sure, because I see that n as an exponent, and I remember that being with a lot of geometric problems. Telescoping. Telescoping is when I usually have a factored form of some sort in the denominator, and I understand I could write n to the third as n times n times n, but the top doesn't really look like something that I've seen in a telescoping problem, so I think it's probably not this one. So I'm going to stick with looking at these other 2 and see if one of them will pan out. So to see if something is geometric, if I am not sure, what I like to do is just substitute in the first few terms and see if I can discern if there is a constant ratio. Okay, so those are just the first 4 terms. And if I look from the first term to the next term, I can see that the top is multiplied by 3, the bottom gets multiplied by 8. And now I'm going to look at another pair of numbers, so maybe from here to here, and I can see, oh, that is pretty cool. The top does look like it gets multiplied by 3. The bottom, this value is 27. This value is 64. Is 27 times 8 going to be 64? And the answer to that is no. So I do not have a geometric series because I do not have a constant ratio. Constant ratio means that if I take any 2 neighboring terms, I would get the same number, the same multiplier. Okay? So now I'm kind of thinking this must be nth term test. So nth term test requires looking at a limit of the corresponding sequence. So this limit. And I might not really know what this limit is off the top of my head, but the nth term test just requires me to consider if the limit is 0 or something other than 0. So I just need to think, is this thing something that is shrinking down to be 0? And I am very certain that that is not the case. And the reason is because of COVID-19. Because right here, my friends, that's an exponential function. And if the general world learned any mathematics in the spring of 2019, or not in the spring of 2019, in the spring of 2020, because of COVID-19 is what I was trying to say, it is that the exponential curve looks like this, and it gets very steep very fast. It really takes off. Now, a cubic function like we have on the bottom, this is a polynomial, and the particular polynomial is a cubic, also grows, but it doesn't grow as fast over here as this one does. It starts out maybe looking similar. My drawings maybe are not ideal, but this one just goes crazy, right? For every increase of 1, it's going to go up by huge factors, okay? Much bigger than the polynomial is. Although it is increasing as well, it's not increasing as fast. So I can convince myself that the top is growing faster than the bottom. That is not something that's going to 0. And that's really all I need to know in order to employ this reason. So I can say, since that limit is not 0, it is true that the series comprised of those terms diverges by the nth term test. Remember that the nth term test only justifies divergence, ever. There is not a second case to this. It's not an either or. It's not like heads and tails. It's like it diverges or we don't know. Okay, those are the 2 cases. If you say the limit is 0, we know 0. Bear that in mind.